Hello, this is the Provoked Prawn, and I'm here to talk about the Corsair HS80 Max versus the original Corsair HS80 Wireless, seen here in black. So the white one is the new and upgraded Max, but they are both available in black and white. And I want to talk to you about the differences between them and what's new with the improved headset, because it is improved in a few ways that might not be obvious. From these shots, you'll see that the headsets basically look identical. They have the same design aesthetic, and that's no bad thing, because the HS80 was one of my favorites in terms of comfort and usability and the overall design of it. I have said that I do think it's best for smaller heads, but otherwise it is very comfortable and has some very soft, cushiony ear cups. And that's the same now on the new and updated version. Both ear cups are removable from both headsets as well. You can twist them off, and it has this floating headband design that allows it to sit nicely on your head and comfortably. You will see that both of them are also stretchable and bendable, although the headband isn't terribly extendable. The floating headband can be maneuvered so you can adjust it, but I do feel like this headset isn't really designed for particularly large heads. So if you have a massive noggin, you might have problems. Out of the box, you'll find that both headsets have the same thing, a USB-C charging cable and a 2.4 GHz slipstream wireless dongle. But what you won't notice is that the HS80 Max actually has fast charging capabilities now, so it's improved over the original HS80. Both of them have a flip to mute microphone, and I'll do a sound test of that mic at the end so you can hear the difference between them. So in theory, you've got a pretty fantastic headset already, because it's already starting off with a wonderful design. On the left ear cup, you have a volume wheel and a power button, but that volume wheel is also multifunction because it presses in, and then you can use it for different controls, which you can customize in IQ. So you can actually set it up on Corsair's software to do other things to your personal choosing. As standard, it goes through various different EQ profiles, so you can swap between those, but you can adjust it into other things. The upgrade, though, comes on the right ear cup, where there's now a Bluetooth button. So the HS80 Max now offers Bluetooth capability, where the original HS80 didn't. So you can press and hold that, turn it into Bluetooth pairing mode, and connect it up to your device. And then you can switch between wireless and Bluetooth modes by just pressing the power button. Unfortunately, although the addition of Bluetooth is exciting, you can't have both Bluetooth and wireless connectivity at the same time with audio from two different sources. What I mean by that is you can't play music on your phone while listening to game audio on your PC at the same time, which is unfortunate because that is something that is offered by SteelSeries headsets, for example. So it would have been nice to see it here, but it is pretty cool to have the addition of Bluetooth. Now you can connect Bluetooth and wireless at the same time, for example, for having incoming calls, or to easily switch between two sources by just pressing the buttons on the headset. That Bluetooth button is also a media playback button, in that you can press to pause, double press to skip, triple press to go back through tracks. So it does give you some pretty good flexibility. So you've got controls on either ear cup for doing different things, which is pretty nice. And the sound is also great from both sources. You get more battery life over Bluetooth than you do over wireless, so it's worth noting that if you're using it on different devices. Now, the Slipstream wireless dongle plugs into PC to give you the best audio, but that will also work on console as well. But on PC, you get the best sound and also highly customizable. You'll see if you go into Corsair's IQ software, you have multiple different presets that you can go between, and you can switch between those in the software and via the button on the ear cup. You can also go into Windows sound settings, and now you'll find that you can get 24-bit 96 kHz studio quality sound over wireless. So you can up the sample rate in Windows wirelessly now, which is something you used to have to plug the cable in for, so it's pretty nice to have that flexibility. With the HS80 Max, you also now get SoundID, which is a personalization system, which is really cool and quite intelligent. Essentially, it goes through a variety of different tests to check your hearing and see which sort of soundscape you prefer. So it tests not only how good your hearing is, but also the way you prefer your music, whether you like it with more bass or a neutral sound or better vocal focus. And then once you've done that, you can then apply the sound and get a change in it. You'll also be able to review the tests and see how your ears got on, which is terrifying, but not a medical review of your hearing capabilities. This means You can get really personalized sound out of the headset. So beyond just the EQ settings, you can also get a customized sound for you. And I would recommend checking this out if you do get the HS80 Max. The other thing that you get with this is also a license for Dolby Atmos. So if you download the Dolby Access app, you'll automatically get recognized as a license from Corsair for Dolby Atmos, which means you can get surround sound on Dolby Atmos with ease. You can also plug in the headset for fast charging. So as I said, it has fast charging capabilities now, which means you can charge up and get more playtime in relative ease with relative speed as well. So this is something that you couldn't do with the HS80. So it's new and improved. And the battery life is mixed though. So you can get 65 hours over 2.4 gigahertz. Although you'll note that it does say that if you have the RGB on, so that's on the ear cups, that you will only get 24 hours. So it's worth turning that RGB off, I think, to maximize battery life. Now I'm going to go into some sound tests. And here I am with the Corsair HS80 in wired mode on the head. You can see what it looks like there. And this is the capture quality of the microphone in that mode as well, which is really, really good. You'll note that the indicator on the end is white when it's in use. And if you flip it up, it goes red, and you also get an audible cue in the headset to let you know that it's muted and that the feedback is off. So there is some side tone through the microphone, and you can adjust the levels within Corsair's IQ software as well. I don't find it to be terribly loud, the side tone, unless you move the microphone really close to your mouth, which you can't really do because it just springs back out. It's quite springy. So it's not easy to adjust in. However, at this range, it doesn't pick up pops and very easily, so that's obviously fantastic. I'll show you what the capture quality of the microphone's like while I'm typing. So I'm just typing in the background now, and you can see it does a good job of blocking out external noise from what I've seen and heard. And more importantly, it does capture really good quality, really good microphone, a good price point, and all round fantastic. And this is the original Corsair HS80, and this gives you an idea of what quality is like. And this is the default settings, but it's obviously over wireless, so you can hear the sound quality of it, and it is pretty good sounding microphone for a headset microphone, like one of the better ones available, which is pretty impressive. And this is the microphone on the HS80 Max. Now you'll see this is wireless. And what I've noticed is that the quality is not as good, weirdly. And I say weirdly because the original HS80 had a fantastic sounding microphone and a broadcast quality. And for some reason, the one on the HS80 Max doesn't sound as good. Now, you can do some tweaks in the IQ software, and check out the review to find out more about that. But that includes integrating Nvidia's broadcast technology into it. So if you have an Nvidia graphics card, you can use that to eliminate background noise with it. I'm not using that setting at the moment. I have tested both, and it seems to actually be better without it, but it just doesn't sound that great. So in conclusion, the HS80 Max has some pretty nifty upgrades and is improved in a number of ways. Unfortunately, the mic doesn't sound that good now, but maybe a firmware update will fix that, hopefully, and then you'll have a pretty fantastic headset. A nice upgrade from Corsair, and well worth considering. Be sure to check out the reviews linked in the description to find out more about all the things I've talked about. And if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, smash subscribe, like, and drop me a comment down below. Thanks very much for watching. You've made it right to the end of the video, you brilliant legend you. If you've enjoyed it, click that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and drop me a comment down below if you've got any questions. If you really enjoyed it, consider joining the channel and see the benefits of doing so. Check out these other videos. You might well find them interesting or useful. And most importantly, have a great life.